How's it going, everyone? Today I'm working on Weedies' neck again, as you can see, getting a little bit further done. I ended up doing a video of putting in the patches here, and one of them I did a video of, and I started doing the video of putting in this little piece of wood here, which I was kind of glad that I did. And when I went to go and retrieve that video off of my SD card by plugging my phone in, my SD card decided to take a shit. So what I had to do is I had to go out and buy another SD card, and then I got my little tool to pop the SD card out of my phone. And yeah, so that kind of pissed me off. So what I did was on here, I stuck a piece of wood inside of here, which I'm kind of glad I did. Remember, there was a crack here, and I ended up taking the Dremel and opening it up really good, and then taking my razor blade, which is, you know, not really a chisel or anything else, but to even it out on the sides and stuff to make it kind of square and or rectangle shaped and flatten out the edges. I'm glad I did this because it was hollow on the inside of here. When I got down to a certain point where the break was, it was actually hollow inside there. And yeah, so I'm glad I stuck this in there. I ground it out all the way down to where I got to solid wood again, and then cut myself a piece of wood, sanded it down to fit the opening a little bit snug, and glued it in place, and then clamped it and let it sit for a couple of days. And yeah, so that's what I'm working on now. So I'm just dremeling the high spot off of it now, and it's kind of like I did with here, with the edges over here when I put this piece of wood in. Dremeled the high spot down first, and then went over it with a file to smooth it out to get it close to what the body is, and then I went over it with sandpaper to level it out and get the angles and stuff that I needed. So I'm gonna go and finish this up. Alright, so I've got that done. So next thing is to file it. And what I like to use with this is I like to use the rounded side of the file. For some reason, I just seem to have more control than the flatter side. Plus it keeps me from digging with the corner, you know, going into the side of it. So it just works out for me pretty good. So I'm going to start using some of the sandpaper to finish this off. Got a piece of the glue right here. It's not really coming off with the sandpaper very fast. Lightly hit it with the file. Get it to go down. Oh wow, pretty much got it shaped the way I wanted it. Alright, so that part is filled too now. So I've got that done, this is done, and this is done. So pretty much now all I have left is to go ahead and fill that little split right there between the binding, and then go ahead and start spraying, getting it done. I've got the clear on order, and because nobody around here, everybody sells the 2K clear, but nobody has it in stock. They have to order it. So what I have to do is like, fuck it, and I ordered it myself on eBay, and just went over to my auto parts store and picked up some a little bit of a high spot. I could feel it over here. I just picked up some flat black paint. That's better. So I picked up some flat black paint, and yeah, so that's it. So this is done. There's nothing over here that my finger can go into, my fingernail. It's solid. It may look like, see, that's wood grain stripe right there. So wood grain stripe in here. You know, wood grain stripe right there. and some wood grain striping right there. But I should be able to beat somebody with this, and it shouldn't break. So yeah, on to fixing this binding after I clean up. After I clean up this mess that's on the counter over here. Yep, pretty bad, huh? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and try to fill this in a little bit. I'm going to give it a little bit of a scuff first. Just clean it up a little bit. And if I get any of the dust inside of there, I don't care, that's fine. So I've got some binding material right here on this piece of cardboard. Don't ask me where I got it from, please. And now I want to add some acetone. I got a little bit in this cap to make a paste. I just need a little bit of this stuff. I'm going to need a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to take my razor blade and kind of soak it in the acetone a little bit, not a lot, just to give it. Now what happens is the acetone melts the binding, so you're able to kind of like take that and push it in that crack. Hopefully it works. Hopefully that works out and that'll go away. So once that dries, I'm going to take a hit with a piece of sandpaper and yeah, see where it goes from there.